What's up, guys? Today we've got another unboxing slash review today. We've got the Elite Screens CLR3 ambient light rejecting screen. We're going to be pairing this up with the LG Cinebeam ultra short throw projector. You guys may have seen this on the channel. I reviewed this a few months back when it first came out, last year sometime. But we're going to be pairing this with the screen. This is a 103-incher CLR3 is the model number, which I believe stands for ceiling light rejecting, hence the CLR. Let's see what we get inside. This looks like the screen, this looks like the frame. This is a fixed frame, by the way. All right. So, frame one. This looks like the support bar that goes in the middle. Get the instruction manual. Hardware packet, bunch of screws, some springs, tension springs, and wall mounting hardware. And in here, in this tube, is the screen material itself. Now, the screen material will absorb up to 80% of overhead lighting. It's got a 170-degree viewing angle, and it's said to enhance contrast up to 75% over your standard white screen. And screen gain is 0.8. Whereas like your standard white screen would be either like a 1.0, 1.1. This is 0.8, so which is going to enhance your black levels. First thing you're going to want to do is lay down a couple of those foam sheets that are in the box, and then lay out the frame pieces on top of that. Next, you're going to want to grab the straight center joints. One of them will have larger holes than the other one. Now take the one with the smaller holes and slide them into the frame. The one with the larger holes will slide on the top. Make sure the holes are lined up. Grab some screws and screw them together. You're going to do this for the opposite side of the frame too. Next, grab the corner joints. Again, one will have smaller holes than the other one. Smaller hole joint on the bottom, and the larger hole one goes on the top. Do that for the other three corners as well. Move the frame out of the way and roll the screen material out. Make sure when you're rolling it out, don't kink it or bend it in any way. The back of the screen is black, so be sure that's facing up. Make sure when you hang the screen that the yellow sticker is pointing upwards. Once you have the screen rolled out, drop the frame on top of it and make sure the corners fall within the outlines here. Grab the bag of tension springs and the puller and go around the entire thing, attaching the screen material to the frame. Now there's a lot of these little springs, so if you can get a helping hand, that will cut down installation time by a great deal. When that's all done, grab the black cover joints. The cover is going to go together just like the larger frame did. Start with the center and do the corners. When the cover is all screwed together, grab the larger tension springs and attach the cover to the frame at the joints. Lastly, grab the center brace and slide it into the center of the frame. You should now be good to go. Since this is a ceiling light rejecting screen, it'll absorb ambient overhead lights while reflecting light back at your eyes at the same time. To test this out, I made sure that I had some overhead lights on. As you can see, this does a great job at producing a very bright, punchy image with no noticeable hot spotting. Even at an extreme angle, the brightness uniformity was pretty even across the whole surface. It's even better with the lights off. I did find it slightly dimmer towards the bottom of the screen, but I think that has more to do with the projector than the screen itself. The projector we're using is the LG HU85, which is DLP. As some of you might know, DLP projectors don't have the best black levels. While watching a darker movie with the lights on and the projector on full blast, the image is still kinda grayish and washed out, so there's only so much these ALR screens can do. It's viewable, just not ideal. Obviously, when the lights are off, the Elite screens will enhance black levels since it's got a gain of 0.8. In comparing the CLR screen to this Cine white material, you should be able to see how the CLR enhances blacks. I know, this isn't a perfectly flat sample piece, but I think you get the idea. Now, one thing I noticed, if you have the lights on, there is a slight sheen to the surface, so at certain angles you might notice a reflection, if say you have a lamp on or a window open in front of the screen. With the lights off, you won't notice a thing. As far as detail is concerned, the screen can support 4K and 8K material. I found detail was crisp and sharp, and I didn't notice any detrimental effects looking at it from even a few inches away. At the time of this video, this particular screen size sells for about $800. Depending on what size you choose, it could be more or less. Out of all the ambient light rejecting screens that I've tried so far, this one had the best brightness uniformity, and more importantly, had no hot spotting. Detail was sharp, and if your projector needs help with black levels, the Elite screens will give it a little help in that area as well. If you have a good quality ultra short throw projector like the LG HU85, and you want to use it during the day or with some lights on, then you should really consider getting a screen like this one. A standard white screen or wall just isn't going to cut it. And putting the screen together wasn't hard at all. I mean, if I could do it, you could do it. So those are my thoughts on the Elite Screens CLR3. If you'd like to grab one, I'll leave a link for it in the video's description. As always guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to give this video a like if you found it useful, and tap the subscribe button if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys again in the next video.